Alrighty, we are live. Hey everybody, welcome. All right, it is after 4. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Welcome. It is the 30th of January. One more day of January to go. And then we have, if the chaos hasn't started already, February will be more chaotic. As we see all over the world and everywhere, except our personal lives, hopefully. Hopefully, we're not taking that into our personal lives, but yes. Um, yeah, it's interesting. And so, and today we have actually today is the 30th of January, and we have where I'm going to share a chart with you. We have a chart. He actually let me stop share. I don't want to share that one. Uh, is this the chart? Where is this one? Um, the one I'm rising. Venus in Aquarius, Moon in Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, all in Aquarius. Mercury in Capricorn isn't well. Mars is well. Mars is in a and Saturn is also in Capricorn. Okay. Are we D? Alrighty. So yes, here's Gene Hackman's chart. Let me put this larger. There. That should do. That should be better. Is my connection unstable? It shouldn't be. I have. I don't know. Well, all right. So here's Gene Hackman's chart. He dad passed away. Today he 95 years old. Yes. So many planets in Aquarius. One is in his exaltation. Actually, Mars in Capricorn is in a really great place. Oh my gosh. Mars in Capricorn, very good place. In his 11th house of networks and groups. And Mercury is there. He was very. We know he was he with many other actors in his career, and the 11th house is collaboration, where he did a lot of collaborating. Film. He has Saturn in Capricorn. Saturn is in his rulership, so he's very commanding in leading roles. Actually, that's in his 12th house. But actually, no. Hey, he played many different, really interesting characters. Gene Hackman, Saturn in the 12th, Saturn in Capricorn, Mars and Mercury in Capricorn. He played many different roles in many films. He played priests. He played monarchs and leading roles. He was even Lex Luthor. in Batman, in Superman, actually. Superman played Lex Luthor in the, which is quite interesting. And actually, although today it's a sad day, pretty much. Another film actress that was Catherine O'Hara, who played many iconic roles in Schitt's Creek, Beetlejuice, um, so yeah, it's interesting that we have this Gene Hackman and O'Hara. It's a sad day for the film industry, losing such an iconic actress as Catherine O'Hara today. I loved all her work. She was very funny in Beetlejuice, Schitt's Creek. She was in Home Alone. We lost a really, really valuable actress. She was so good. And she was also 71, going through her 12th house perfection year. So kind of odd that she was born March 4th and 1954, and she passed away today. Towards the end of her 12th house perfection year, which is about spirituality, the unknown. It's shocking, surprising, but looking at all the her astrology, and the things that she has gone through with her health, that we learned about her health. Is that she was an icon for a lot of us. Although, let's see what this week's going to bring. Actually, tomorrow is the 31st, the last day of January. If I have time, maybe I'll go live again tomorrow and just see what happens. And then I have things to do. I will be posting the videos tomorrow, though. And let's see what the cards have to say. All right. Well, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is a lot of air energy. This could be Aquarius. I would say this is more like Aquarius, since we're in Aquarius season. Or Gemini. Quick, fast. Libra. This is more. No, I would say either Gemini or Aquarius. fast, quick energy here. And then we have the Knight of fire energy. This could be Sagittarius or Leo. Could be Aries as well. Any fire sign. Knight of Wands. I would say either Sagittarius or Leo, most likely, for the Knight of Wands, because of the horse back there. Sagittarius is half horse, half human. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. And so many things are happening in the world now. I don't know if it's going to get better. I hope so. I hope that I'm sure that it's going to be, there'll be more protests coming out. Absolutely more protests coming out. People wanting to say what's on their minds. With the Knight of Wands, of Swords here. Taking some action, protests, yes. And actually, I would say that something new, someone will come up with some kind of new idea or new action, new way of doing something. The Ace of Wands. I'm going to pull 2 more cards. We have the Hermit. Okay, we have the Hermit. The Hermit. A lot of healing going on. A lot of, the Hermit, she's, or he is in a meditative state, seeking solace and new ideas. Oh, we have more, the 3 of Swords. All right, well, this could be like the 3 of Swords. Wow. More heartbreaking information. And the last card is the Fool. So actually, oh wow, it's okay. I'm gonna pull another card. Yeah, February is gonna be interesting. Although on February 10th, in my ephemera, as my ephemera says, on February 10th, Venus moves into Pisces. February 10th or 11th. Well, my ephemera says the 11th. That Venus will move into Pisces on the 11th day of February. Mercury enters Pisces on the 7th of February. And so and Uranus goes direct on the 4th of February. So on the 4th of February, Uranus goes direct. Mercury enters Pisces on the 7th of February. And then on the 11th of February, Venus enters Pisces. Venus will enter Pisces, according to my ephemeris. Well, yeah, actually, um, so a lot of actually that'll soften, that may soften of things a bit when Mercury enters Pisces, Venus enters Pisces. Thank goodness. That maybe so you may soften things a bit. Um, but Mars is still in Aquarius, and Saturn's still retrograde throughout the month of February. I'm sorry, Jupiter. I'm sorry, Jupiter is retrograde throughout the entire month of February until March, what? 11th? Yeah, until March 11th. So yeah, I pulled, yeah, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Hermit, the Three of Swords, and the Fool. Those are all the cards I pulled for the rest for this week, actually. So a lot of mental action, mental agility is going to be happening. A lot of physical and things are going to be happening, and we may get some new news with the Ace of Wands taking some more action, contemplating doing what we need to do to probably meditating on what's going on within us, taking like a spiritual sabbatical, maybe. You know what I mean? Um, and then having to deal with some thing that may be heartbreaking to understand. And then the final card, I pulled the Fool. So um, this is very Uranian. Things will be unpredictable, sporadic, very taking a leap of faith, basically, with all this energy going on. And today was a sad day because we lost a very iconic actress, Catherine O'Hara, today. She was the best actress I've seen in a long time. Made me laugh, nearly pissed my pants, and scared me all at the same time when she was in Beetlejuice and Home Alone, Schitt's Creek. So, what else do I want to talk about today? Well, we have a full moon. Well, actually, you're probably feeling this full moon already. It's on Sunday. And the moon will be moving into Leo tomorrow. So we'll probably start feeling that today. And actually, the moon is at the late degrees of Cancer at the moment. So we're actually definitely feeling all the emotions, all the everything. Oh gosh, was just shocking to me and devastating to hear about Catherine O'Hara. That shook me today. But on the 3rd of February, Uranus goes direct. Yay. Finally, Uranus is moving in direct motion. Mercury enters Pisces on the 6th of February. On the 10th or 11th of February, from my ephemeris, it says the 11th, but here, where I am in the West Coast, it'll be occurring late in night on the 10th of February, where Venus will enter Pisces. Then we have a solar eclipse on the 17th of February. That's the biggest thing, the solar eclipse. Because actually, we're going to be starting eclipse season. And if you live in the United States and you know the United States chart, this eclipse in Aquarius will be hitting the moon of the United States, as a lot of us astrologers already know and have spoken about. It's going to be a big day. The moon will be in Aquarius. It'll be a lunar new year. We're having a solar eclipse. The year of the fire horse begins that day as well. And we know that the year of the fire horse is an unpredictable one, usually. Because actually, I know some people who were born the year of the horse, and they surprised me. Even so, my older brother, he's was born in 1966, year of the fire horse, and he surprises me every day. He's also a Leo, but he has a lot of he has Jupiter in Cancer. Sun in Leo, Mercury in Leo. So, yes, and he's going to be 60 this year. And I'll be 56 in 5 weeks. Oh my gosh. 56, I can't believe it. I never thought I'd say those words. I didn't think I'd last this long. Live this long. So, and on February 20th, the next big thing, Saturn conjuncts Neptune. A lot of astrologers have been talking about Saturn conjunct Neptune. We've never felt this before in Aries. Before, we've never in our lifetime. Saturn with Uranus, with Neptune in Aries. We've never lived through this. Unless you were born over 200 years ago, I guess. About that. And then let's see, what's the next big thing? Mercury retrograde on the 27th of February. Mercury retrograde starts the 27th of February. It'll conjunct Uranus again. I'm sorry, Venus. Mercury will conjunct Venus again, like it did yesterday and today. It does today, yesterday and today. But this time in the sign of Pisces. Interesting. Mercury will conjunct Venus in the sign of Pisces on the 27th of February. That's a big thing, too. Mercury will soften our communications. Speaking in Mercury in Pisces. Well, their communication style is quite different than others. I've noticed. I don't have Mercury in Pisces, although I've tried to speak to one, and it's like they talk in riddles or or code. Sometimes. Not a bad thing. Mercury in Pisces, though, it's fun. They are very creative. With Venus in Pisces is very extremely creative. And let's move on to March. Actually, let's see. I'm gonna move on to actually that's the whole month of February that's going on. And then we get to March. The big thing in March is a lunar eclipse on the 3rd of March. Mercury is still retrograde. Jupiter goes direct on March 10th. Mercury moves direct on March the 20th. March 20th, Mercury moves direct. And it's also the spring equinox. The first day of spring, yes. The spring equinox is that day as well. Mars conjuncts Jupiter on the 21st. We have a new moon on the 18th of March. Yeah. On the 18th of March, we have a new moon. And then the 20th, the sun enters Aries. Spring, the first day of spring, and then Mercury goes direct. We have a full moon in Libra on the 1st of April. A new moon in March 18th. Then we have on April 1st, we have a full moon. Interesting that these full moons are occurring in the beginning of exactly like on the 1st of each month. Of February around the 3rd of March to 1st of April, we have a full moon. And then a full moon on May 1st. Interesting. This is interesting. I don't think we've ever had a full moon in a while on the first of the month for every month in a while. This rare for the fire horse. Yeah. So I'm not going to go any further, but let's go into May. All right. Let's see. How about June? Just full moons, new moons. Pluto retrograde. Pluto goes retrograde May 6th. Okay. How about June? June 30th, Jupiter enters Leo on June 30th. The last day of June. The last day of June. Jupiter enters Leo. Oh, actually, in May. I think in May doesn't the also the Chiron moves into Taurus in May, doesn't it? Chiron enters Taurus in May. So actually, it's a good time to when it's if you'd like to. Actually, tomorrow will probably be the best day because the moon will be moving into Leo tomorrow. If you want to set intentions for the month, it would be good to do them tomorrow night on tomorrow night. Yeah, when the moon moves into Leo. Because actually, that's as far as I want to go for now in this video. Actually, I went over 30 minutes. Cool. And so, we have a lot of Aquarius energy. We'll have a lot of Aries. Well, Neptune is in Aries, has been in Aries for a few days now. Since Monday, the 20. Wait a minute. Was that Monday? No. Wednesday. Actually, since Wednesday. The 28th. 27th? No. The 28th. Wednesday the 28th. 2 days ago. So today's Friday. Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah. We're still preparing for, like it's almost like we are calibrating ourselves to get ready for when Saturn enters Aries. But let's see. Venus enters Pisces. When Venus enters Pisces, so yeah, actually, that'll be on the 11th, 10th or the 11th. We will see. I hope we see some peaceful things coming around. or some kind of something is well like or something to alleviate some pain that we've this country and so many other countries around us are experiencing right now. And well, yeah, I know that a whole lot more protests will be going on. I know there had protests here in San Francisco today, um, and they closed schools today here in San Francisco, and businesses closed as well. Someone has to get the message. Someone. We have to spread this message of faith and spirituality. Get out there, be the crusader instead of the victim. That's me. I'm the crusader, and I always try to spread some joy. Always try to, anyway. And if I say something that's off a little bit, well, thanks for watching, listening, and I think this is until next week. It'll be February. What? Next week. Next Friday will be February 6th. Yeah, February 6th. The day before Mercury enters Pisces. So, yes. Wow, in less than a week's time. From tomorrow. A week from tomorrow, Mercury will be in Pisces. And then 4 days after that, Venus will be in Pisces. And actually, March won't be too bad. It won't be that bad. March won't be a bad month, I don't think. Mars moves into Pisces on March 3rd, joining Venus and Mercury. Or March 2nd, March 3rd. Yeah. So we're feeling all these things. Jupiter is still retrograde until March 11th. Wednesday, March 11th. Jupiter goes direct. Let me see. Is there anything with Chiron? No, Chiron isn't in my book. The North Node. Yeah, the North Node enters Aquarius at 29 degrees. So on the 27th, 28th, the North Node moves into Aquarius. All right, well, I think that's all I have for you today. The world as we know it is changing. The world as we know it is different as it ever was. And yeah, we just have to stand strong, and the people of the United States stand strong, fight the good fight for humanity. That's what Aquarius season is all about, for like was supposed to be about, um, humanity. And so is Pisces, the sun in Pisces. We're all good. We like humanity as well. Everything is for the good of humanity. And yeah, I think that's the end of this stream. All right, thanks for watching. Post a comment, and if you're new here, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.